Man, I had never been down there. I just randomly. It's nice down there too. I went to go find me a cigar. There was a cigar spot down there. And I just typed in near a cigar, and it took me that way. Oh my goodness! Big time throwdown. Knocking it down. Yes, that's 2 in a row. Yeah, that sums up how this game is going. That sums it up right there. Big shot. And they pick up where they left off. What a fight. About 8 minutes. Big minutes right there. Right. Welcome to the grind session here with Senator Sports. And we're set and ready to roll here for all right, we're set. We're ready to roll. It's our first broadcast of the day, but we're probably on like our 5th game. I don't know what game it is. Actually, it's our fourth
game, yeah.
Fourth game of the day. But welcome in, man. AJ Barton, Cullen Crowder alongside of me as we get set and ready to roll. We got DNA Prep taking on Southeastern Prep. And it's going to be a tall task for DNA Prep. But, Cullen, I'm thinking to myself, this is a great opportunity for Robinson, the young point guard, to go up against a Beckham Black and put some good film together.
Absolutely. And matter of fact, learn from him, you know, in the game. Take things from him. But, you know, DNA Prep, they're going through the grind session gauntlet here this weekend. Prolific last night, Southeastern Prep this afternoon. And, you know, tall task, but, again, great experience for the young guys to, again, you know, they're in that process of learning how to win. And they've pulled off a couple wins last month, or actually it's this month. But they're, again, just learning how to win, and they've got playing a very good team in Southeastern Prep this afternoon.
I got a chance to talk with Coach Peavy a little bit before the game. He talked about the addition of Tony Bryan and how quick he's picked up their stuff, how smart of a player that he is. We'll get into that in just a little bit. We're going to send it over to our PA announcer for the introduction of our starting lineup.
From Dallas, Texas, number 0, Beckham Black. Next, a 6'9" junior from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, number 4, CJ Rosser Jr. Next, from Day City, Florida, a 6'10" senior. He is a Missouri Tigers commit, number 14, Tony Bryan. Next, a 7'1" junior. He's from Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome back to Napa, number 15, Obina Akezi Jr. And from Orlando, Florida, a 6'2" senior, number 24, Anthony Cruz. And now for the whole team, DNA Prep from Chatsworth, California, as announced by head coach Frank Robinson. First, a 6'8" junior from Oklahoma, California, number 2, Dylan McGee. Next, a 6'2" senior from Queens, New York, number 3, Shamik Casillas. Next, a 6'3" sophomore from Chatsworth, California, number 5, Jaden Robinson. Next, a 6'8" sophomore from France via Cameroon, number 10, Ari Camden. And a 6'8" senior from Croatia, number 11, Nico Bosch.
That'd be one to fight by 2 minutes. Put ball at the same time.
Hey, from the beginning, Black. From the beginning. Let's go.
More I look at it, it's like, how is it humanly possible? Like, with that good a body?
What's crazy? This is so good, right? Him and Jay was in the same circle. You could see it then. He was wrong, but you like this.
Hey, bro.
He was All right, here we go. We're set, ready to roll. First possession. Here, the Southeastern and Obi. Right off the rip.
Oh, my goodness. Now, how many times do you see that, though? You see Obi open up with a big dunk in a lot of games. And, man, just what a weapon, that kid. We were just talking about him pregame.
There's Robinson looking to pull up mid-range. The length of Beckham block. It goes unmentioned sometimes coming into play here.
And do you see there – we'll pause here for a second, but you see how Obi defends it as well. He's there in the gap to, if there's a drive, hey, I'm here. Don't try me.
And McGee, that's ripped away from him by Obi, and here comes Southeastern Prep. Beckham thought about the three. Yeah.
This dude's a wizard. I mean, he's a wizard with the basketball. And this kid's great here, too. Rosser, player of the game last night, 21 and 10.
Think about this. Obi, the offensive rebound and stuff. We're looking at 4 NBA prospects on the floor right now for Southeastern Prep.
No doubt. You got 4 of your starting 5 that are going to play in the NBA, no doubt. That's the cool. I mean, how cool is that, man? For us to get the privilege to watch these games, call them. Nice. That's a kid, man, that's very promising as well. And this is one of those games. He can show what type of talent he is. Ari Camden, just a sophomore for DNA.
Horns look here for Southeastern Prep. CJ coming off the Iverson cut.
Oh. But you see the radius there that he catches that one at. Nearly finishes a nearly impossible pass.
Young McGee.
Oh, nice.
I love Dylan, man.
Yes.
He don't back down.
That kid is improving every week, man. It's happened before our eyes, and that's been part of his game, that mid-range jumper.
That shot too strong. Now, we'll tell you this about DNA. They've been in these situations before and have played well in these situations. They were in the same gym a year ago against Prolific and gave them all they wanted in that game. Prolific came out victorious, but they're used to being the underdogs. They're young, they're hungry, and ready to roll.
Great job by McGee keeping Obi off the glass there.
There's McGee in the open court, and Robinson looking to go to work.
Great pass.
Yep. Great pocket pass there and a knockdown by DNA.
And that pass is right on time. That's the beauty of that hook pass. It gets there quicker, on time.
Cruz with the turnover. Here comes DNA. 2-on-1. Robinson to the rim. Let's one.
Great explosion to the rim there by Robinson. And, you know, honestly, I thought Casillas kind of went the wrong way there. I thought Robinson would have the option to go right back to him, but instead he just explodes to the rim. Beautiful.
And Beebe pulls his entire starting 5 out of this game.
And it's one of those, now, I told you, if you don't come out here and play, these guys can score. They can play. And it's like, wake up, now we'll play here in a second.
And you better believe, pregame, without being in their locker room, Peavy has talked to his guys about getting off to a quick start. And they better get off to a quick start. And I guarantee you that's the reason for the substitution.
Good point. What about McGee right now? Just controlling the glass, even when Obi was in the game. Doing a great job of getting that defensive position for the rebound.
Here's Casillas, straight left-hand drive. That's too strong. A rebound here by Southeastern Prep. And they're in transition. It was Wilkins with that rebound, and he'll stay with the Falcons.
Good hands there by Casillas. Kind of prevents that transition offense from Southeastern.
Backdoor, way to guard that backdoor cut there. Cottrell, he can knock it down. We saw him shoot it well yesterday, and that comes up short. May have been blocked, that shot attempt by Flint.
And these are important stops for DNA as well. I know, obviously, early first quarter here. A lot of game to play. But the longer they can hold on to a little bit of a lead just gives them that much more of a chance with a very, you know, obviously a very explosive, very disciplined, great team in Southeastern Prep.
Fouls on number 5, Aiden Gross. That's going to be his first. Team second.
So Robinson was wanting to get that in the act of shooting. It'll be baseline out. Drive
nice.
across the nail and good wall up defensively. That's going to be a foul there. Oh, I thought that was a blocking foul.
I love the take by Camden, though. Yeah, lucky not to get a foul called there just because he was on the floor, cut his legs a little bit, but wasn't anything he could do. He was already there.
Tough inbound play. Casillas with it. Good swing. That'll come up short. And Falcons, they'll look to push it ahead. Here's Gross into the front court here for Southeastern Prep. Sees in and out dribble with the left hand, pull up just in front of the nail. That comes up short, and that's tapped out of bounds, and they'll go to DNA.
So DNA kind of dodges one there. They had an opportunity offensively, didn't make it. And then Southeastern misses one there to kind of save the momentum for DNA.
And that was 8 seconds, by the way. They just got away with it. Kerry, basketball guy, said, I'll fix it.
Now all 5 starters back in for Southeastern as well.
Let's go.
So let's see if Beckham Black will take over this game here as far as just take control of the game.
And I'll tell you what, the reserves for Southeastern Prep, they didn't score in that stretch they were in the game either.
Right.
Credit the defensive ear of
Yep.
DNA.
Oh.
And they're doing a great job guarding that lob.
Yes. That's a great read by Camden.
Yeah.
Being where he's supposed to be, guarding that backside and watching for lobs. I mean, that's a tendency.
And that's probably the 3rd lob that's hadn't worked out or been deflected.
Right.
Nico, backdoor cut.
Got to get out of there. Good job. It saves a possession there. If you try anything else, it's a turnover or a missed shot.
Good patience here by DNA. Good pull up too. That's no go, but you can live with that shot if you're Coach Robinson.
That was a tough one. Tough 2 there. Now, Rosser hasn't even attempted a field goal yet, so guys will eventually get going here.
There's Tony, CJ. There's his first attempt. Rattles in and out. McGee with another rebound. He starts to stack those up. Nico into the front court. Dangerous pass, and Beckham picks that one up.
And that's what you can't do with Southeastern because it turns into this. They're great, transition offensive team because you got a great point guard that can find anybody and score it when it's there for him.
At the line, shooting 2, number 0, Beckham Black.
Yeah, McGee's already got 4 rebounds in the first 5 minutes of the game, 5.5.
Coming in for DNA Prep is going to be number 12, Bryson Davis, and number 28, Emmanuel Garcia.
Southeastern Prep just off to a 2 of 10 start from the field.
Jaden Robinson and number 2, Dylan McGee.
So as you mentioned, slow start here.
So not words that I use very often for Southeastern Prep, but offense is at a premium right now.
Yep. Hey, now watch this kid, Emmanuel Garcia, sophomore from Columbia for DNA Prep. Came in yesterday, I think he ended up going 8 of 10 from the free throw line. That's where all of his points came from, but a very good rebounder. And, ooh, he was there that time. Thought he made it off foul.
Lets me know, aggressive player.
Yeah.
Good shovel pass, and Tony Bryant, he throws it down, get Beckham the assist.
That's one of those where Beckham just beat you to the punch. The timing on the pass was perfect for Bryant. Nice spin. That's a good move. If he develops that where he can go up and score it or get his own rebound, that's the next stage for him. Nice shot. They rely on Casillas, man. He's their second leading scorer next to Robinson at around 15 a game. Oh.
And there's that lob right there. That's different, man.
But exactly. You saw the lob, right? It was underhanded. I mean, that's just a just artistic assist.
So you saying it was very Picasso-like?
Yes, it
Picasso.
was. Look at Obi. Yeah, Garcia had a hold of his jersey there, but you love the fight from the kid. Look, he knows I got 6 fouls out here. I'm gonna give it everything I got. Got your hands full with Obi, with Bryant with Rosser.
Tell you what, we got a full gym, man. A lot of coaches in here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the talent is great on the floor right now on both sides.
Bama. Next time.
Cruz into the front court. Beckham. Straight line drive, left hand finish.
And that's where he's brilliant too, AJ. Just great at getting to the rim and knowing how to finish no matter what you throw at him.
Tough pull up. The length of Southeastern Prep coming into play there.
I was going to say, CJ makes it even tougher of a shot than it even is.
There's Tony Bryant looking more and more comfortable in his black and gold jersey. Go ahead, Tony.
Now, think about that, AJ. You can play Tony Bryant at the 3, which is essentially what he plays for Southeastern. And he's got that skill set at 6'10" with elite athleticism.
And let's talk about the way Southeastern goes about their business. They play a lot of guys. They play 10 guys a quarter. I mean, let's just call it what it is. And that's a very unique situation to see. Last time I recall a team having a situation like that, you got to go back to Kentucky with Calipari, where they had the platoon team where they sub-5 in and out. That's similar.
Ulis.
Absolutely. But Southeastern Prep kind of takes that approach to their game. Sometimes it looks like it makes them a little bit stagnant. But, again, we talked about 4 NBA-level prospects.
In their starting lineup. Yep. Yeah, no doubt, man. Again, this is one of those, man, I come to the gym and I'm like, man, this is the coolest thing ever, man. They get to come out here and you know, call these guys games who just put on a show, man. And it's you just realize, man, what they do is special. And when you get special talent on the floor, that's when you're like, you know, praise you, thank you, you know?
Absolutely. And how about the opportunity here for DNA to compete at this level? Frank Robinson's put a really good young team together. And these guys have had probably the hardest schedule of any team I've seen in recent years.
With travel and everything included.
Yeah, their season started in Italy. And, I mean, they have wanted all the smoke, and they have not backed down from anyone. CJ, shot fake. Pull from 3, and too strong there. And we'll get going to be a foul on the rebound, push off. Or maybe it was out of bounds.
Yeah.
I think it hit the wire above the backboard.
Now, the key here for DNA is you can't turn the ball over. You can't, you know, only 4 turnovers right now. That's not horrible. It's not great, but you'll take it against Southeastern. But you've got to protect the basketball. Every possession counts.
A flex action here. Robinson with the shot fake. Into the paint, playing off 2 feet. Good up and under, young fella.
When he gets in that area, AJ, he's elite.
Obi coming back the other way as that one's knocked away. He'll stay on this end with Southeastern Prep 20 on the shot clock, 108 in the quarter.
And think about that last shot. Think about who's defending him there, where he makes that shot. That's what makes it special. He's very consistent in that mid-range around the rim.
Duck in there to Obi, kind of got caught under the backboard. The backboard blocked that one.
And great defense by Camden and McGee to push him under.
Yep. Win the war on the floor.
Yep.
Not going to win the vertical. But didn't allow him to get to a spot to finish. Here's Robinson. Got Obi in space.
And once again, it's really important how you close out quarters. And there's a turnover. Yeah. I was going to say, don't go after that one if you're Southeastern. As Cruz kind of acted like he was going to, but again, closing quarters is huge against good teams. You've got to close well. You can't give up, again, turnovers right there. It'll hurt you. Beautiful pass.
Yep.
Beckham was
with the loose ball, and he'll get fouled. He'll have a chance to go shoot too.
Great challenge, though. I mean, I love it. I love the competitiveness of both. CJ wanting to dunk on him, and Camden challenges him at the rim. It's a foul. Great basketball. That's a foul you take every single time. Go for the block. If you foul him, so be it.
This is what I was talking about with Coach Peavy right now. You see Tony pouring into Obina Akizi Jr. right now. Not just saying to Peavy, man, I think this is great for Obi. To have a guy like Tony in practice every day, a teammate like him that's going to communicate with him well. And
that's why Tony is at the highest level. That's because he's also that kid. that does that. You know, his gifts are easy to see on the court. He's extremely gifted. Love his game, man. But the good teammate stuff is what makes him even more special. CJ's really struggled from the line this weekend.
They put that hand in that cookie jar like his mama
Yeah,
tells him
that's
to.
right. He shoots them well, so it's just a phase here.
There's Kentrell, the rebound here into the front court. Clean look for three, that won't go.
And you notice he leaves CJ on the floor, and it's because of his versatility. He turns it over there.
Robinson, 3 to go on the game clock. Stop and pop from the elbow. That comes up short. But a good quarter for DNA all in all. We're tied at 14. We'll be back. This is the grind session.
DNA Prep 14, Southeastern Prep 14.
Oh, man. Hey, could you ask Dad if she bring your water? I hate to ask her that. Oh, you got one? Perfect. Never mind. Thank you. I want what you got in that jar over there. I'm not going to tell anybody. Oh. It's still snowing?
We haven't even been forced of it. That's the week stuff.
Yeah. That's the first layer.
Yeah. The hard stuff starts tonight.
Where you go? Hey, we didn't notice you, so that's a good thing.
Audio, music, please. Thank you.
Now that's how you get it taken care of,
There,
Ray.
there you go, man. Way to boss Phil around over there. It's high 14. Don't happen very often.
That one's going to come back to bite you,
Yeah.
trust me.
Griffin. With it. Or sorry, Griffin Starks. Number 1 in black. Super athletic kid here for Southeastern Prep as well. Cottrell. Late in the shot clock.
Good seal there.
Yeah, great
They
defense, man.
didn't find Flint, but yeah, great defense to knock that one away. DNA, man, I'm telling you, Coach Robinson, and that's beautiful. Now that's elite stuff right there, man. It looks like a layup, but that's not an easy shot.
Right.
Especially with 6'9" guarding you. Like, it's not an easy shot. And guys are just improving for DNA. That's what you love to see. The losses and stuff early in the it doesn't mean anything, as far as development goes.
That's right.
As long as your guys are improving, your coach takes that, and he's got his guys playing well.
And here's Nico straight to the line, and he'll earn a trip to the line with a chance to go shoot 2.
Fouls on number 33, Jackson Flint. That's going to be his first foul of the team.
And really thinking about it, AJ, it's because certain guys are starting to step up.
Right.
Robinson scored all year long, averages around 17 points a game. That's been constant. But it's the guys like McGee and Camden and all these guys that are learning, like, okay, I can play, man, and stepping up. And that's why they're playing so much better and so much more competitive. I'll tell you a kid I was impressed with last night, Chambers. He had great minutes last night in their game. And I've even told, I've even told Coach Robinson myself about this kid right here, is that I think if you get Nico Botch playing well as well, that makes them a completely different team because the kid can handle the ball with great size, and he's a good playmaker.
And he's got really good footwork when he's playing off of 2.
Yep.
Kind of got like a European kind of up and under footwork, post footwork in the mid-range area. Cruz, jab step, floater, that rattles in and out. Tony can't get it to go. Obi does.
Great ball movement in that possession for Southeastern, and that's why your big guys have that position down low. Defense is off with the rotation because of great passing. Oh, it's a charge.
Yeah, and got him with the hook.
Man, they needed this dude in the Kentucky game today.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know if you saw that hook call on Owe.
I was in and out asleep, man. It was boring.
It was the easiest offensive foul call you've ever seen. Hook. And they called and one.
Wow.
Foul on Owe. But anyway, it was pretty bizarre.
I got Travis Perry had a rough day. I was kind of surprised by the boos. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the box score or anything, so nice step side step there for space. Just a little short.
Robinson in transition, no numbers to fade though.
Woo! Man, that would have been nice.
Versatility of McGee getting up there. Cruz, Bryant, yes!
Oh, what a pass though. Most guys take that one themselves. Cruz full speed, but he already knew Tony was there. Toss it up.
That pass tipped.
Saves a layup, too. Or at least a contested layup.
Shot clock down to 3. Pull from 3. Obi with the rebound there.
Now, Cruz has been shooting it great. Not this time. Big rebound, though, from CJ, though. That's a big rebound. Extra possession.
Good seal inside, yeah. All right, Kesey. Junior.
That's the whole game against Obina is can you keep him off his spot? And a dude that big, that strong, is nearly impossible to keep off his spot. And he's got, you mentioned it before, great footwork as well. That's what makes him nearly impossible, like I said, to keep him off that spot. Who's that remind you of?
Give me a name.
Yeah, I'm just it kind of dawned on me last night just looking at him. It's just crazy to think this dude, 17 and whatever he is, junior, yeah. And with that body, and it remind me of Shaq.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same stage, that frame.
Man, you said Shaq and that jinxed him on the free throws. My bad. Obi, we'll make that reference when you're not shooting free throws again.
I didn't mean it like that.
McGee, jab step, got Obi in space. That's advantage McGee here, in my opinion. He's getting into Obi territory.
Great defense, though.
Absolutely.
Great feet again from Obi.
And Cruz comes up with the loose ball. Beckham into the front court. Little Hazzy left-hand floater that won't go. And outlet pass and the missed opportunity there for a layup.
Man, that's a great shot, man. When he's making those, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's a unique skill set for a kid with that size, man. He can be really good.
Oh, great. That's that Picasso stuff right there, man.
Exactly.
With Beckham Black.
And think of your options. You notice Southeastern, they want to push every possession because you have different options than most teams. Oh, that's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
And Rosser swats it anyway. But to my point, you've got, think of the option, your lob options there. And that's why they want to push every play because that could be that home run, that touchdown pass on almost, on any possession. Now, giving Beckham that much space was dangerous to begin with right there.
Charles, good shot fake. Got to shoot that one.
Fastball.
Yeah.
No way to catch that one. Man, this has been a great start here. Great
Both
game.
squads. Yep.
Very competitive. Good stuff on the floor. Highlights. Guys playing the right way. Look at this kid's ability.
Way to compete. Way to just compete. Those are plays where both guys are just competing. I love it.
Yes.
Camden, just a sophomore.
That dude, I think it's easy to say, has that mid-major potential, no doubt.
Team second at the line, shooting 2, number 10, Ari Camden.
When he develops that shot as well, he's about 6'8", and you're seeing the athleticism. He's very bouncy. Great length as well. and he's shooting it really well at the line, which I love.
Yep.
He'll be replacing number 24.
Cantrell checks back into the game here for Southeastern Prep, number 11 in black. Not pictured on your screen yet, but really good shooter for the squad. 1 or 2 at the line for Camden. As we go the other way, 21-20. The Falcons lead here in this one. Beckham getting downhill. Good defense there.
Very good defense. That was Davis. Almost tied him up there.
To see us just keeping them on their heels.
Oh,
I tell you what, and I don't know if it's part of their plan. DNA is attacking early. For those, the size of CJ, or Tony, Obi when he's in the game, before they get planted 2 feet in the paint to be able to be rim protectors, these guards are getting downhill pretty quick.
And they've made some shots in that interior. Robinson and McGee and Camden. Oh, man.
Good shot there by Tony and solid defense. Again, here's the early drive.
That's a beautiful move, and I love it, but just misses it.
There's Beckham. Bounce pass.
Great pass.
CJ left hand throw down. CJ all day.
You know what that just reminded me of? That reminds me of like one of those Scottie Pippen punches. Just beat you to the rim, beat you to the spot.
Number 1 junior in the country.
And great pass also. Beautiful. That's what I'm telling you, man. That's where he's elite. He makes those shots very consistently. Oh, kind of slipped out of his hand there.
Robinson with that last bucket, man, already surpassed 1,000 points in his high school career.
That's big.
Correction, that was number 5, Jake Robinson.
Cantrell. CJ with the seal. Loses the handle there. Numbers here for DNA.
I love that shot. I know it's a very tough shot, but
his teammate was going to be in a tough spot with what was chasing.
Yeah, he didn't force contact where he may not get a call.
And we'll get a timeout called by the Falcons. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be back. 2:45 to go in this first half. It's the grind session. All right, out of the timeout, we'll see what adjustments Southeastern Prep makes here.
You know, and we were just talking about that too, AJ. It's something I haven't mentioned in a couple games. You know, think about it. Without Mari Wesley, like we haven't even talked about him since, you know, early in the year. But he was a great piece for Southeastern Prep that they don't have now.
Yeah, that was a shot clock violation. Yeah, that was definitely a shot clock violation.
They need to stop the game.
Yeah, because nobody actually gained control, possession.
And that, you know, and it cost him a dunk as well.
You got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout.
Oh, so they're going to give Frank a tech.
We got a technical foul also on the head coach, Frank Robinson.
You hate to see it turn out like that.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, I mean, you saw it. I was more watching.
Here's the deal. I know Frank gets excited. He was in the right, for sure, because nobody actually gained possession there. So it was a play
and he called timeout like twice before he walked on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, So, I mean.
But it's one of those things where you keep your team focused, you move on to the next thing. And these are the type of refs, they hate getting it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll get it right.
I think they should talk about it, though. Yeah, there you go.
The technical foul on head coach.
That somewhat justifies it. They're going to remove the technical because, like we said, he did call timeout like twice before he ever stepped on the floor.
Well, we got 50% of it.
But they still give up a dunk there. You know, I mean, those are tough because those are 100%ers. Those are 100% shots.
Yeah.
A dunk for Obi.
So no tack on the coach there.
Just 2 minutes to play, too, man. It's been a pretty quick half.
Absolutely.
I feel like it has anyway. I guess because it's been fun. It's been a great game. Now watch out Obi defense, but watch out this kid can go off the dribble. But that's great defense.
Disciplined defense
by
Obi there.
And man, that's a great point because he is so disciplined, and with his ability and discipline, it makes him totally elite.
Almost a turnover in transition, but Casillas.
That's a great pass.
Finds Robinson, and that's off the back of the rim.
I know it's unconventional and looked a little out of control, but it ended up being a great pass.
Good wall up. And it's going to go back to DNA.
Now checking into the game for DNA prep number 10, Ari Camden. He'll be replacing number 2, Dylan McGee.
Something I want to point out for Camden as well is, man, that dude has shown fearlessness, like no fear as far as attacking the bigs of Southeastern. Look how Obi moves his feet, though. I mean, it's hard to get by him, man. That's crazy.
When you have a big like that with that length that can switch out and stay with the guard.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You know, when guards see a big, it's time. It's time to go. But their guards aren't being able to get around Obi right now, and that's huge.
And Obi inside.
The foul is on number 10, Ari Camden. That's his first. The team's fourth. At the line, shooting 2, number 15, Obina Ikezi Jr.
So 2 shots coming up here for Obi. First one. By the way, he shoots it like Reggie Miller. Watch this. Dang. I tried, man. I tried.
I love the stroke at the line, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I got choked up on my own water just a minute ago.
That's what happens when you got all this excitement going on in the gym, man.
No, but I all year, excuse me, there we go, lost my voice. All year we've been talking about the stroke for Obi at the line. I mean, it looks great.
Tell you one thing that's not going to happen on the grind session is Kelton singing the national anthem.
No, just my voice just squeaked like I was in 7th grade. It felt like. Oh, wow, lane violation.
So another crack at it here for Obi, and third time's the charm.
He always has perfect backspin, perfect rotation on the basketball when he shoots it as well. Another thing I really like.
See us getting his team organized.
That was a tough catch right there. Hit him in the shins, basically.
Dylan, jab step. Going baseline, it's going to be a travel.
Yeah. I love that he makes the shot. But, yeah, shuffled his feet there. That's a dude who's measurables, man. When when you get the wingspan and his vertical and all that kind of measurements, he's going to jump off the charts.
Absolutely.
Dylan McGee.
CJ, that's different.
What a shot.
So different. 28, 22.
You can see his legs kind of scissor there as well, like, just really wide feet there. Just able to make it.
Here's Robinson. 10 to go on the shot clock. About a second difference between game clock and shot clock. Yes, he is.
Big board again there from Obi. Got a chance.
And that'll do it for the first half. We'll be right back. This is the Grind Session.
DNA Prep 28 to 22.
All right, Coach, 6-point game here at halftime. It's always about making some adjustments. What's the thought process going in and talking to you guys?
Make some layups.
Free throws a little bit?
Free throws and layups. I mean, you would making free throws and layups. We're probably up 15. You know, I got a lot of respect for this DNA team. There's some young boys that play really hard, coach really well. And the problem with us, we're still a little immature as well. And we watched them get beat several times, and I think our guys just came out here thinking it was going to be sweet and easy, and doesn't matter what I tell them, you know, they just got to go through it, and right now we're going through it.
All right, Coach, good luck the rest of the way. Yes, sir. All right, we'll hear from DNA when we come back. This is the Grind Session.
When somebody asks, what is the Grind Session? It's everything. It's why we hit up. It's why we travel. It's why we work out when we don't want to. That's what the Grind Session is all about. And if you're a player that feel like you're at that high level, the grind is about you. We want to challenge every player, every coach to be the best that they could possibly be. That's why we grind.
Welcome to the Grind Session, the ultimate proving ground for tomorrow's stars. In a world where talent meets opportunity,
Carroll fakes the three, steps back and fires the three. It's good.
Grind Session is probably, one of the best tournaments and to have the best events in the country. The one thing I would say is the atmosphere, and the competitiveness. You can sense that out as soon as you walk in the gym. I just love that type of atmosphere. Anytime you can have that much talent in one gym, going against each other every night and competitive, is just remarkable.
With a collegiate-style travel schedule and the intensity of high-stakes competition, the Grind Session feels like a training camp for those who aspire to greatness. We are dedicated to thriving in the spotlight, but the journey to success
All right, 6-point game, Coach, and it's been a battle, and I've been talking about you guys having this tough schedule. It prepares you for moments like this. Tall task in front of you, but you guys seem like you're responding well. What's your thoughts going into the third quarter?
Proud of these dudes, man. Like you said, we play one of the toughest schedules in the country, flying from the West Coast to the East Coast to the Midwest. We get a couple at the house for a little bit in California versus two of the top teams in the country. What else could you ask for, right? They just got to compete. That's it.
All right, Coach, good luck the rest of the way. Yep. Hey, Frank got his guys ready to roll. We're going to see how it comes out. Let's go over some of these numbers. Cullen, what do you got?
DNA Prep in the first half, 9 of 29 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3 for Southeastern Prep. 12 of 34 from the field, just 1 of 8 from 3. So each team only with 1 3 in the first half. C.J. Rosser Jr. with 7. And I see below that, Tony Bryant with 9, Akizi with 9. So your two leading scorers there, Bryant and Akizi with 9, and they lead all scorers. As Jaden Robinson has 7, and Dylan McGee has 7 for DNA Prep.
We are Frank talk about how proud he is of these guys, man. You absolutely got to be, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. Look, I'm only 8 turnovers in the first half. I mean, like I said, that's not bad. You take that, honestly, against the Southeastern team who is very active defensively with Beckham Black, and their wing defenders are very good and create turnovers. And to only have 8 in the first half is not the worst thing. And Southeastern Prep had 7 turnovers. So both teams protecting the ball pretty well.
All right, we got about a minute before we kick this one off. Want to remind you, you can follow us on social media, The Real Grind Session on Instagram, Teenager Sports on Instagram. You can slide over to X, formerly known as Twitter. Follow us there, The Grind Session on X, Teenager Sports on X. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow your favorite players and teams throughout the year and get live notifications when we go live for games. And we got several of them for you. After this one, Archbishop is going to be taking on, we got 2 California teams here in the 4 o'clock hour. And a lot of the local teams. BV is going to take on Prolific Prep at 6 o'clock here on the West Coast. Salesian College Prep. I really enjoy the way they play, their playing style. They got one Hall of Fame level coach, man, that's won a ton of games that coaches that team. They're going to be taking on St. Joseph. And then in the nightcap, there's a kid that I'm hearing about. Tell us about it, Coach.
Yeah, Christian Collins, top 10 kid. So, yeah, looking forward to that one. I haven't watched, but usually what I do, I go and watch YouTube look these guys up and watch the YouTube highlights just to kind of analyze their game a little bit. I haven't done that with them, so I'm excited to catch up later.
All right, I believe possession arrow in favor of DNA. Start this third quarter.
Now, if you think about it, that first half the tempo was kind of in favor of DNA. They were able to, not give up a ton of transition buckets. Defended well, rebounded well.
Floater, that won't go. Akizi with the rebound. Here's CJ into the front court. Tony.
Here's where Tony's really dangerous. Because he can make that 3 if you don't close out. If you close his space, he can put it on the floor and drive by you. And even if you play it well, he can elevate over you.
Number 14, Missouri Tiger commit Tony Bryant.
Tony, I have 2 shots coming up. Free throws have been a struggle here for Southeastern Prep. And honestly,
yeah, all weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going to say it's a low-scoring game again.
Yeah.
I said that yesterday.
Yep. Very true, man. Yeah, I mean, right now, Southeastern just 12 of 34 from the field. There you go. That's CJ's first 3. And, man, he can shoot them, though, man.
So Rosser knocking down his first 3 of the ball game. 31-22, largest lead thus far of the game. It's at 9.
Love that about CJ too, man. He never struggles with confidence. He's going to shoot it. If you give him the space.
Not going to forget that game winner he had in Toronto.
Yep.
For the squad.
Yeah, and making shots like that, the mid-range, the post-up shots that he can kind of fade on. Beautiful pass. Right in the pocket.
Yep.
Right in the pocket. There's a reason when you're watching a game and you just see him in rhythm and you're like, that's going in. Well, yeah, there's a reason. The perfect pass right in the pocket, and Tony Bryant just in rhythm.
Better defensive start here for Southeastern Prep.
That's a great shot. That's the best defender in the country in front of you. Yep. Best shot blocker in the country. And just a nice, quick jump hook right there. Nice move. Oh,
and McGee showing off his length.
Yes.
He said, I can block shots too.
Yes, he can. Great help, great understanding of when to be there. And he's shown that throughout the year, man. He is a rim protector at 6'8". It's a good set. That's a great decision by CJ.
I thought that left hand was going to go. I was going to talk about the length he just showed there.
That would have been a great save there by Tony. Great attempt, though.
And if you're DNA, just settle here. Right, getting your set. Fast break opportunity is over. Dylan.
Back out. Good job. That's the right play. Great battle. Great battle there between Tony Bryant and Dylan McGee for that rebound. And if you think about it, man, it's been a slow start for Beckham. They've done a great job of just kind of limiting his touches. He's just 1 for 9 from the field with 3 points. And that's when he gets going, that's when Southeastern is at their most dangerous.
They've been gap heavy, too, when he's put it on the floor to try to get to the basket there. And great help by McGee. His length comes into play. Nico somehow splits and squeezes his way through 2 7-footers.
That's a great finish. And I wanted to compliment McGee earlier as well. Just great timing on, when to get around Akezi on that steal.
2 if it goes. Rattles in and out.
Look good.
Great awareness. You can see us kind of feeling that pressure coming from behind.
I was going to say the exact same. He crossed over to the left hand to avoid that reach around steal.
Like that quarterback in the pocket.
Yep. Good strength from Robinson, though, man. I know he gets pushed out, but that's what it was. He got pushed.
The foul's on number 15, Obina Akezi Jr. That's his first, the team's first.
That's a tough inbound right there, too. Tough angle. So good help there by Camden.
Great defense there by Tony.
Tony just does such a great job of just mirroring the basketball and not leaving his feet until it's time.
And again, Beckham, that heavy in the gap, man.
They took away his angle. That was great defense.
Nico chap step. Good kick. Great look. And rebound there by Bryant.
Now,
the other way.
There's a perfect example. If you hit Robinson in the pocket right there, his odds go up on that shot.
That off arm got extended there by Obi. Just let that fall right in the bread basket.
I kind of got blocked right there. I didn't even see what happened. Extended the arm a little bit.
Entering the game for Southeastern Prep's going to be number 1, Griffin Starks, and number 33, Jackson.
So DNA, they're in a good spot. They're hanging around. It's 8 points. A lot of time left. So they're in a good spot. A couple guys step up. They'll be in good shape. I don't hate the shot.
Right.
I know it's quick. I know it was a quick shot, but I don't hate it. Yeah. I was thinking they may call it on Beckham, but they didn't. But that's the thing. If you start bumping Beckham Black, he's that crafty point guard. He's going to expose you because he's going to bump you back, and then he's going to probably make it look like he got fouled, and he's going to get a call. I mean, he's got that type of skill. Good players do that.
Trying to deny CJ that catch there. Great job. Help off of the inbound.
Now, it's a tough matchup for Davis. He's given up a lot of size, experience. Davis just a sophomore.
Again, they're going to deny CJ. You're going to front him. Try not to give him that touch.
Yeah, it's smart by Casillas, just backing up, taking away that space for a catch. Oh, great pass.
Cruz back door and
great pass.
+1 opportunity coming up.
Great cut also, but man, guys are just on the same page, and Beckham throws him open. That's one of those right there, man. If that ball is not in the exact right spot, that's a turnover. Or it's a deflection, or it's 2 out in front and goes out of bounds. Right on the money. And give Cruz credit too, man. Full speed on a reverse like that's not the easiest one, especially with somebody on your back. This is big, yeah. It's going to stay with Southeastern. It's a great job by Rosser of just getting his hand on that ball. Ends up getting knocked out by DNA.
Quick seal here by Beckham, showing off his size inside. That won't go. It's been a tough go thus far here in this one.
Surprising miss there. Look at the defense. Oh, and they get him on a reach. Whoa.
I thought he was about to call 5 seconds, which there's no 5 seconds because he had that count going too.
And again, great job by Robinson, man. I mean, Beckham Black is a very crafty defender and great feet. So that's tough to get around, tough to, it's a lot of pressure to deal with.
Robinson trying to get it into the post and recognize the mismatch. He'll get it back, let it go.
That's a good quick hands right there by Rosser for that rebound.
CJ.
That's tough, man. It's tough to guard. It's tough not to foul him.
Fouls on number 6.
How many times do you see that ball that comes off quick, that comes off, if it's short or whatever, and comes down real quick, and that's always a loose ball.
Yep.
And if you're watching your team, if you're watching Kentucky, it's always a loose ball, But that's those quick hands, those quick instincts, reflexes that Rosser also has, man, at 6'10".
Checking in for Southeastern Prep standing number 2, Jaden Wilkins. And number 33, Jackson Flynn at the line shooting free throws. Number 4, CJ Rosser, Jr.
Kids jump the rankings, AJ. You've mentioned it. They've got him ranked number 1 now in the class, in the junior class. In some rankings, anyway.
Still struggle for the free throw line for Southeastern Prep as a team here in this one. 37-26, Casillas with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Jab step, driving along the baseline. It's got to go.
That's a heck of a shot, though, man. I don't know how it comes out, to be honest. Oh, don't do
Offensive.
that one. Don't do that one. It was, yeah.
The foul is on number 4, CJ
Didn't have to.
Rosser, Jr. That's his second, the team's 4th.
See if now, obviously huge here. DNA needs a bucket.
Yeah. Only 4 points for him in this quarter. Yeah. And Peavy's upset with his players, not the call.
Well,
bailing him out there. You got done your job defensively. He was shooting a bad shot.
Casillas just 1 of 9 from the field with 2 points. And again, kid averages around 14, 15 points a game in grind session play. Very good at the line. And this is his first trip at the line.
So 2 of 2. Nine-point game. CJ, lob, and Starks with a throwdown.
And what about the vision there from CJ to be willing to give that one up? He could have scored that more than likely. Great pass, though, to his teammate.
Huge if it goes. Man, great hand there. And we're going to get a foul on CJ again after the loose ball. Oh, no. It's going to be on Flint. And we're in bonus. So 2 shots coming up here for DNA.
Fouls on number 33, Jackson Flint. That's his second. At the line, shooting 2, number 6, King Rashal. Checking into the game for Southeastern, prep number 15.
As of late, AJ, Rashal has been one of those kids for DNA that's really stepped up as well, playing a lot. Like, he's playing really well at this stage of the season and has improved a lot from early on. He's one of those guys in a game like this where if you get those 3 threes from him or, you know, just something clutch like that that's big in games like this for a DNA. Look at the quick transition there. Good look there for Starks.
Solid window to make a run here. You got Beckham sitting down. You got, you know, for these guards to maybe have an advantage a little bit. Back tip there by McGee and Robinson there to take it away. McGee.
That's a great IQ play, though, from Robinson on the save earlier to start that break. You know, I like the challenge from McGee there. He's got that athletic ability.
Number 14, Tony Bryant. That's his first. At the line, shooting 2, number 6, King Rashal.
So Rashal back at the line again for DNA. 2 shots headed for his way.
Man, I'm just looking outside, man. It's good to see some sunshine, man.
Oh, man, it felt good. I grabbed my coat and I walked outside.
It's too hot for that, yeah.
Short sleeve, man.
Blessed, man. We're blessed.
Shout out to our families that are going through it back home, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm hearing about it, trust me.
Oh, yeah, we got the cheat code right now.
Got all kinds of resentment going on there. There you go. Like you said a minute ago, this is their chance. There's a stop. Now you need a bucket.
Casillas over to Robinson. Robinson looking to go to work. He's had a really good game here in this one.
He makes those.
And it continues.
Again, man, I'll say it. He's elite in that range at those shots, those type of shots. Makes those.
Oh, Casillas Norton almost gets to that.
Ooh. Frank was 3 seconds there. Yeah. Kesey gets another slam. It's his 3rd or 4th dunk of the game. Great hands.
Yep, good back tip there. Outlet pass, and Robinson is right there to take it away.
And again, same type of play as earlier. Great.
And Dylan. Another missed dunk, and guess what?
But there's Rashal again.
There to have his back.
That's like deja vu. Like everything the same just happened except free throws the other time.
Obi, we're going to go to work.
Oh, that's a great job by Dylan. You know, he steals one right there because he just timed it perfectly. Normally, if there's a bump, nothing's called there, but he just sold it perfectly.
Oh, this be huge if it goes. Tony, I clear it out for Tony. Let's let him get one right here.
Tony leads all scorers at the moment with 12. Feels like it's been a quiet 12, too.
Yeah. 8 seconds to go here. 3 on the shot clock, though. Good awareness.
Oh.
Good awareness.
Yep. That's the right time to shoot that one, too. I know he misses, but.
Southeastern Prep 41, DNA Prep 34.
41-34. We'll be right back. This is the Grind Session.
The world is healing because I'm able to watch a soccer game in the middle of our. It feels right. Huh? They're dry. All right, now I'm gonna.
Really?
Texas Tech water.
All right, we're getting set, ready to roll here for this fourth quarter already, man. It seems like this game has flown by.
It has, man.
Our next game is not scheduled to start till 4 o'clock.
Both teams in this struggling from the field. 13 of 46 for DNA, just 17 of 47 for Southeastern.
Play.
That'll help your percentage there.
Obi on the finish.
And you notice they open with those. You know, you see a lot of dunks early from Southeastern. And
Backcourt. They missed it. Yeah. Nico Foot went backwards. And
once again, man, you saw the good feet there from Obi, sliding his feet on the perimeter.
That spot. He gets to his spots, man. Robinson. Another midi.
Yes, sir.
Nice
CJ. Response.
Answers right back.
And again,
unblockable shots.
They like to get there quick.
Think about his length, man, and the way he shoots it. I mean, how can you contest that?
He knows how to get space, too.
All right.
Tough shot. Oh, that would have been nice. Very tough. Now look for the stars of Southeastern to take over.
Yep.
As you see one of them there.
Better believe, though, DNA has earned their respect.
Oh, no doubt. And I don't mean necessarily,
nice spin and smart foul. Smart foul.
The length that he, you know, the space that he gains right there with his strides, man. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why I consider that a smart foul. Now, the average person's like, yeah, you stopped the fast break. But it stopped the momentum dunk. Yeah. And you had a couple turnovers. The guys kind of get momentum, like you said. Southeastern Prep has the talent to kind of take over. And Robinson's like, listen, you're going to earn this one.
Yep. You're exactly right.
Number 10, Ari Camden. He'll be replacing number 11, Nico Bosch. And at the line shooting number 2nd free throw.
That's one of the best parts about CJ's game, man, is his ability to put the ball on the floor and get by and get that shoulder low and turn the corner.
And it really turns out to be a good foul because it goes 1 of 2.
Yep.
Can you think and compete? That's what I always tell players. Thinking part is always the challenge.
And again, the versatility of Southeastern, they can switch almost everything, but great job there by Casillas finding a crease. Ooh.
CJ. Yeah, he's in a groove, man.
Now that's the one that's unstoppable.
Absolutely.
Nothing you can do with that.
51-38. It's going to come down to making some shots for DNA. Getting to the rim is going to be a tough task.
Good help and rotations there by Southeastern. Tony kind of started it.
That's
smart
a great play.
Job, yeah.
Again, IQ. I talked about it earlier with Robinson, even on the steals, the fouls.
Absolutely.
And getting this guy in there.
That is a crafty move right there at the end of the shot clock. It's 4 on Akezi. And Jaden Robinson already with 11. And he's probably one of those 90 kids, one of those 90 percenters from
sophomore with offers from High Point, St. Louis University. Be stepping in my territory there. UNLV, Tulsa, just to name a few. Already drawing some interest from high majors too, like Baylor, Kentucky, Syracuse, and Texas. Keep in mind, kid's just a sophomore.
Yep. Well, he's going to have that label as a knockdown shooter. I mean,
oh-wee. CJ.
Just a little short that time. Came off his hand well.
And Southeastern Prep doing a better job getting back because DNA early in that game.
What'd they call? Oh, he called a 5 second?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, so explain that one, AJ. Obviously,
so we had an active dribble and ref was called 5 seconds. But we're playing with a shot clock, so it's only a 5 second on a pickup.
Right.
Correction, ball will be going to DNA Prep.
Shot clock is at 3.
Got to launch it. Yeah, it was in his hand.
Yeah.
I thought Casillas would just take the long 3.
Yeah.
It's kind of that crucial time.
Oh. By the looks of CJ, he didn't call bank.
That's a backbreaker.
But he'll take it.
That's a backbreaker right there, man. CJ's had a great game.
Yeah, yeah.
20 points now for Rosser. 3 of 6 from 3. Yeah. Took one too many there.
The cat and mouse the coaches play in our league, man, is unbelievable.
Watch out for lobs here.
Look at this flash. Right across the nail. That won't go. Oh.
That's a great hustle play, though, by McGee. Saves the dunk, and it may have been clean. May have been in his body a little bit. Not sure. Only reason I'd give somebody the benefit of the doubt is because it's Tony Bryant. Hey, May just told us there.
Yep.
I'm going to go with a clean block now. Shot looks good, man. Great job.
That's a great opportunity to score. Oh, great block there by Kesey.
I mean, as far as rim protectors, they've got the best front court in the country. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And again, Obi may be the top.
Oh, nice little sill.
And you heard
Throw
what
down.
Coach Beebe was telling them. They were saying it's a zone or, a different look. And he was saying run it anyway.
Yep.
It works against both.
57-50. We got a timeout. We'll be back. This is the grind session. And it's going to be probably like a 12-second violation. No, there was a timeout. So it was a point of interruption. It got down to 12 seconds. So
yeah.
Way more than the 8
Backcourt
seconds.
violation, yeah.
So some patience here by Southeastern Prep.
Now remember, this is out of a timeout. Well, I was going to say they throw lobs a lot.
I think
out of
McGee got a
timeouts.
piece of that. Good wall up.
Great
finish.
shot.
Number 10, Ari Camden.
Great shot there from Camden. Tough angle over Obi. There's a lob.
Couldn't complete that one, and the foul, the boot on top of it. A little frustration from Obi there.
Number 15, Obina Nikizi Jr. That's his 5th foul. Team 2nd.
And it's going to be a turnover.
That one's tough.
Now stepping into the game, number 12, Bryson Davis. He'll be replacing number 11, Nico Bosch.
Cruz. Another missed layup.
Got to work quick here if you're DNA. Just lost it going up. Good, it never reset, so that's good.
Back home, CJ,
beautiful.
yes. Play a little catch.
Now, you know, that's where you try to tell people, man, there's a difference. Obviously, if he dribbles that basketball once, the timing's off. He just, clearly, I mean, I know it's an easy play for him, but it's just, again, shows you his timing, his understanding, his anticipation, his vision. And it doesn't hurt that you got C.J. Rosser.
Right.
That can go catch anything. He's got a few of those guys that can do that. That's a point guard's dream right there, man. To have these 3 guys that he plays, as far as the lob options and just the options, period, that you have, that's a point guard's dream. Good catch.
Yeah.
Mossed that one a little bit. Yeah. Coach is asking why there. Last thing they want to do is stop the clock.
Right.
It's going to be his first.
Wait till they come over here and start asking us for a towel. Richard said yesterday, he said, yeah, I got one in my back pocket.
What are you going to do with that dude, man?
Oh, man. I did always just wonder, I'm like, what makes you think that we got a towel right here? What about me looks like I got a towel?
That's right.
My bald head. Mr. Ari kind of swinging that elbow a little bit.
Chicken wing.
Got lucky.
Cantrell. Yes. Knocked down 3 for him. 62-42.
That's what Cantrell is. He's that catch and shoot, knockdown shooter.
There's Robinson.
Corner or don't.
DNA ball. Now checking into the game for DNA is going to be number 2, Dylan McGee. He'll be replacing number 10, Ari.
Yeah, really solid game for DNA here on this one. Southeastern Prep obviously be the winner here, but these guys came ready to play. They don't get many games here in California, man. DNA
right.
Prep one of our few West Coast teams.
Good help there from Flint. Walling up. There's the corner.
Mm-hmm. .120 to go. Here in this one coming up, we'll have an interview with the player of the game.
Smart play by Starks to get it out.
And McGee, he'll give it up to Casillas.
Efficiency, CJ again.
3-pointers
And
good by number 3, Shafiq Casillas from Queens, New York.
That rattles in and out. Cantrell into the front court. And tough pass. Just give it up to give it back. Go
Yep.
get
Just to give you some quick, to show you the balance of Southeastern Prep. For C.J. Rosser, 8 of 13 from the field. Tony Bryant, 5 of 7 from the field. Obina Akizi, 7 of 11 from the field. So the big three there, as far as the three bigs, were really consistent and efficient all night.
All right, we'll have an interview with the player of the game coming up in just a bit. This is the Grind Session.
Make sure to stick around for our next game featuring the Reardon Crusaders from San Francisco taking on Modesto Christian. Game will start in about next game will start at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is our next starting time. Thank you.
All right, CJ, I'm here with the player of the game. 21 points, 7 rebounds, but most importantly, you guys got another dub. A little bit of a slow start, but you got it going. How important was it to come out clean this weekend?
It was really
come out clean. You got 2 dubs this weekend. How important was it?
It was really just important because we really coming off some losses, so it's really just a matter of us winning out, coming out strong, starting the weekend. Go ahead and start our week off right.
I know you guys had an opportunity to do some team bonding early in the week. I was supposed to make it to the Golden State game. I didn't get a chance to get there, but how much fun was it to go check out the Warriors this past week?
It was real fun, especially watching that NBA experience. It was real nice. All of us enjoyed it, talking about it. It was lit.
All right, man. Another great win for Southeastern Prep. We'll be back right back. This is the Grind Session.